Do you have a rejection horror story? A bad experience while you were rejecting someone's advances? Could be someone approaching you, shooting their shot at you, so to speak, so on and so forth. Do you have a bad experience dealing with any of that sort of thing?
Where I got rejected or they got rejected?
You were rejecting someone else's advances.
Let me think.
Someone trying to get your attention, you rejected them, and you have a story, a horror story more specifically, dealing with that rejection.
Yeah. I did a story time about this, but a few years ago, I had a sugar daddy. And, it was just for the fun. And I think, he was just, sending me money, buying me expensive stuff, and I have not even seen him in, years. I never seen him before. So, I think when that third year hit, of course, I was, having conversation with him over the phone and stuff, but that was, it. We never met each other in person. So I feel like a lot of times, guys, when it comes to, marriage and stuff, they probably will propose more than likely. I feel like if you don't propose after, the third year, what are we really doing? So that third year hit, number 3, special number. And I think out of nowhere, he's like, it's bad. He's, asking me my ring size. I'm like, maybe he want to buy something, no. He was like, I want to get married. I was like, damn. I was like, honestly, I'm not romantically involved with you. I don't look at you that way. And it was bad. I don't like making people feel bad. And then he done invested so much. So it just was bad. That's a horror story, I guess.
Now, you mentioned this is a story time on your YouTube, more specifically. If those in the audience that didn't get a chance to see previous portions of our questions, where can they find that content at? The channel name on YouTube, perhaps?
Yeah. ChyTheGreatest, ChyTheGreatest. Just put ChyTheGreatest Sugar Daddy. Whole story gonna be, I think it's 20 minutes long.
And you mentioned that you would have phone calls, but you never saw him physically in person. Would there be FaceTimes where you would see him on video?
Yeah, we FaceTime. We talked on the phone. That was pretty much
Okay, so you saw what he looked like. You knew what he looked like.
Exactly.
You just never physically met.
Exactly.
Got it. All right. Well, have any of your friends or family members had it worse than this horror story when it came to rejecting someone's advances?
Not that I know of.
Want to read you 3 news headlines here that happened in 2023. This was from nypost.com. Quote, girl, 15, stabbed to death after rejecting boy's flowers on way to school. This is from al-monitor.com. Quote, Egyptian man kills woman for rejecting marriage proposal.
Wow.
And this is from english.alarabia.net. Quote, man kills himself after shooting women dead for rejecting him in Lebanon. And for those in the audience that want to read the rest of any of these news articles, the link is in the description below this video. But with you just hearing these headlines and not reading any of these articles in full detail, what's your take on death in the result of rejecting someone's advances?
Insecurities. That's why I don't date insecure men, because it gets bad. Ego. And I feel like all a man got for real is their ego. So when you bruise it, it can either go one way or that way. So.
Now, circumstances could be different for everyone.
Certainly. Because everybody's not crazy.
But anything you want to say on the topic of rejecting someone's advances?
It's nothing personal. Just because this girl not trying to get with you or don't want you in that way, it does not mean that you're ugly or you don't got nothing going on. You could be a great man, but just because she don't like oranges, that don't mean she don't like apples. It's just, and it's so many women out there. so many women out there, you know, and just don't get your feelings involved, like to a point where you make a permanent decision for a temporary outcome. Like, it's not worth it.
Anything else in regards to this subject?
Ladies, watch who you put the pussy on, cause men be crazy. And make sure you got protection at all times, like strapped up, like, cause yeah, people crazy.
Now, you never completed this story time in this segment here, but it didn't end physically. It didn't end anything of that nature. No physical violence from this person towards you, the sugar daddy?
No.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm. Thank God. I mean, he would have been